guys, welcome back to J&C on Tap, and today we are taking you to Orlando, but more specifically we are taking you to 1010 Brewing Company that sits right on the Urban Trail bike path. So come along. Go with north south. You're drinking the East West?
Yeah.
Is it East West?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the. Holy shit, that's good. Here's two. Yeah. Mine, like, as soon as you smell it, it's super fruity smelling.
Yeah.
Tastes real good.
It's pretty heavy for hazy.
Yeah, you think so? I don't think the north-south, that's not a hazy, is it?
Yeah, yours was the East West, wasn't it?
Oh, that's right. So we are at 1010 Brewing in the north end of what? Orlando's Mills 50. What is it called? I don't know.
50 District. Orlando Mills 50 District.
Okay. So to give you a little bit of backstory about 1010, they opened up in October of 2015, right? Yeah. And they were established by Mike Wallace and Patrick, aka Patty McPherson, I don't believe Patty is involved with the brewing anymore. I didn't really look into that story too much.
It doesn't show on their website or anything.
But yeah, he's no longer on the website. So that's where we do a lot of our research before we show up. And we didn't see him on there. So don't know what the case is there, but that is the case now. So anyhow, they have obviously been around for a really long time in terms of like brewery standards, in my opinion, because that's what, 10 years now, 11 years this year.
Most of them that survived COVID are pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Like most of them shut down around COVID. So
yeah. So they are known to be one of the early pioneers of Orlando's brewery scene. So that makes this spot a really cool spot to visit. But on top of that, they are just a really unique brewery in terms of just what they have to offer. They have a really wide selection of beers, in my opinion.
There was.
Literally everything from IPAs to, was there some German? No.
I mean, they had wheat beers. They had.
I'm thinking of what did I read about the one on the way here?
Talking about the Belgian wheat?
The Belgian wheat. Yeah, I always have a problem saying Belgian.
Belgian.
I want to say Belgium for some reason, but it's Belgian.
Belgian.
Yeah, I don't know. Nah, that comes from not being a world traveler, I guess. So their name 1010 comes from their address. So they're actually at 1010 Virginia Drive here in Orlando. So we were just talking when we were in there that it's interesting that they got their name after they actually got the property, in a sense, because most places it seems like they know their name before they even actually grow into an establishment per se. Most places, it seems like at least when I look back on the breweries that we've done recently, most of them start in a garage. So they, are hobby brewerists that eventually lead into a full-scale brewery. So 1010, they do have what they call the B-side, which is a nod to the B-side of, you said cassettes, but technically it's vinyl. But it is a venue space. They do, like, you can rent out the space for events for whatever reason. But they also do live music on that side sometimes, as well as host like art galleries for local artists, among other events. I've looked through like their socials a couple times and seen where they have events on that side as well. So from my understanding, at least what I've seen, that side might be dog friendly, but
that's what it said. I don't know if that's per event,
if it's really
based on who's renting it out or what it's being used for.
Yeah. So, but as far as we know, the tap room is not dog friendly. They do have this outdoor seating, so that's someplace that if you do have somebody else with you, that could go in and order, and then obviously while you wait out here with your dog, you could sit out here with your dog and hang out. It is a busy road though, so just keep that in mind that you're definitely going to want a short leash, in my professional dog opinion.
Or just a very well behaved dog.
Yeah, or that, which we don't have that, so short leash. So with that being said, it is a family-friendly place, so there's plenty of room to stretch out in there. It's not going to be a concern if you bring your kids or anything like that. So definitely, whatever floats your boat, do it. This place is definitely in whatever you want it to be. So as far as dogs and kids are concerned, it is technically wheelchair. I'm gonna look back because I didn't. Yeah, it is wheelchair accessible, and everything was pretty spaced out in there, so that's no concern there. The bathrooms are, again, wheelchair accessible, so you don't have to worry about that. And so I think it's a safe bet for anybody that's in a wheelchair.
Yeah, it is an older neighborhood, so some of the sidewalks, the roads can be a little, I guess, rough, steeper, but all accessible.
Yeah, there is a lot of brick paved roads here, so that's something to keep in mind if that's an issue. One thing that really sets 1010 apart is that instead of doing like the food trucks or pop-ups, they actually have a full kitchen. And what also is really cool about their full kitchen is that they actually make all their hot dogs in-house. So all their hot dogs are homemade, but they also have a spent grain pretzel.
Yeah.
Which we had, so you'll see that here. and I really liked it personally.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, it was really good. So, and you have the options of beer cheese, which, did you happen to read if it was made with their beer? I assume
it didn't
so.
say.
Yeah, I assume so.
It didn't say, but yeah, I would assume.
We can find that out. So, anyhow, they have, like I said, the spent grain. My brain just like pooped out on me.
So your options are beer cheese or pimento cheese, and then they have a house-made mustard. House-made mustard.
But I think it had wasabi in it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't know. It could have been just really strong mustard, but to me it tasted like wasabi. But I really like wasabi, so I was fine with that. I wasn't mad about it at all.
I'll take the beer cheese.
Yeah. So that was really good. We didn't do any of the hot dogs, but I did see that all of their hot dogs, they smoke on a green egg. So if you are into smoking meats like I myself am, I definitely think that that's something you could probably appreciate here. So as you get here to 1010 Brewing, you're going to be able to, you have two options for parking. You can either park around back. They have a dedicated parking area, and that is off of Haven Drive. Yes, Haven Drive. So it's super easy to get in and out of, not a big issue there, but if that is full, which it looks like it probably does fill up really quickly, especially on the weekends to keep in mind, there is some street parking in the area, so if it comes down to it, just keep in mind that you might have to park on the street. So to go with B-side, because we mentioned B-side and it was a nod to the B-side of a vinyl album, they do actually have a record player that they play all their music on, which kind of takes me back to Hornskis. And if you haven't watched that video, definitely backtrack and check that video out because it's a really cool space over in St. Augustine. And also, now would be a really good time to like and subscribe to this video if you're enjoying the content. So definitely take a moment to do that so that way... That was really loud. As we continue to put out these videos, that you get notified so that you can continue to tag along with us as we travel throughout Florida and as we travel to other places, because Florida is not the only place that we make sure that we go to breweries at. Yeah. So anytime we travel, we definitely go to breweries in the area. That's usually our first mission when we get someplace new, is to check out the breweries in the area. So with that being said, here at 1010, they do have multiple flagship beers. One is going to be their, East West? East West. I'm drinking the East West. No.
I'm drinking the North-South.
I'm drinking the North-South. So the North-South IPA is not a flagship. The East West is.
East West is what I had the first time around.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. And that is their most recognizable brew. Oh my God, he's so cute.
Yeah.
And so that is their most recognizable brew, but they also have their Santa's White Christmas, and that is actually, it's brewed with a coffee from Barney's Coffee, and it's called Santa's White Christmas Coffee. And when I was doing the research for this video, I ended up finding out, I had no idea, that coffee is actually, what would you call it? Roasted here in...
Winter Garden?
I think it was Winter Garden. So same area.
Right around the corner.
Yeah, right around the corner here in Orlando. But that coffee, that Christmas winter, Santa's White Christmas, has like a cult following here in Florida. Like literally I was at the gym one day and a guy was talking to me about this coffee and how amazing it was. So anyhow, that I did get that in my flight. You'll see that here. And it was phenomenal. So definitely, you can definitely taste that coffee coming through, and you can taste all the flavors in that coffee in and of itself, which I thought was really impressive for that beer, because you get a coffee beer, yeah, and you usually can't taste all like the flavors, but you definitely could in that one. So I was really impressed with that one. So another one of their flagship beers is going to be the Urban Trail, which that is a nod to the Urban Trail. So you're going to see that as we walk around here. It's a trail that runs, what we say, 3 miles?
3 miles, yeah.
Yeah, 3 miles, and it connects multiple parts of town, but it also connects multiple parks, quote unquote, which parks around here are actually, like, by definition, in my opinion, suburbs of Orlando. So, but they call it parks. Yeah, neighborhoods. So, but there are actual like parks to go out and enjoy in the area, but that's kind of like Orlando's thing, is they have parks instead of neighborhoods or suburbs. So anyway, that beer is a nod to that. And then they also have what's called chronically mismanaged. That one's hard to say. That's kind of like the dad'll tickle your pickle. Chronically mismanaged. And that one is a coffee red, don't let me mess it up, it's a coffee red ale? Is it an ale?
It should be an ale.
Yeah?
Coffee red ale.
Yeah, it is an ale. Okay. I was like, shit. So, that one is a coffee red ale, and when I paired that with, alongside the Santa's White Christmas, it was actually really good. So, I mean, the Santa's White Christmas definitely, in my opinion, takes the cake, but in the event that you come here and they don't have the Santa's White Christmas because it's just not that time of year, the chronically mismanaged is definitely an option in terms of getting a really good like coffee forward beer with a little bit of sweetness that balances it all out. So personally, I would get that if it wasn't the season. So one of the things we always like to do when we are in the area of a brewery is look and explore and see what's around it. One, because a lot of breweries don't always have food. Two, because the area is not necessarily, in my opinion, defined by the brewery. Usually there's other really cool stuff to see around it or do. But another thing that when we're together, like with his family more specifically, we like to brewery hop or bar hop or just enjoy the area. So we try to find other places in the area. With that being said, when we were walking down the urban trail, what I found that was really cool was a dog bar. So if you are one of those people that are traveling with pets, there is, what was it called?
Barkhaven?
Barkhaven. It was a really cool spot. What I don't know is what the stipulations are, again, with my professional dog information here, is if you have to have vet records or, any kind of a behavioral assessment in order to bring your dog there. But it's definitely something that we will include in the notes on this video, so that way before you go, you know. But it was a really nice setup. They definitely had a very large dog park area that had tables for the humans and plenty of area for the dogs to stretch out. So it was really cute. We didn't bring our dogs this time because, in my opinion, when we're seeing a brewery for the first time like we are now, we don't want to just assume that it's dog friendly. We want to see before we go and bring them, or see before we bring them. But one of these times we'll bring you guys along when we have the dogs. So while you're in the area, you can also check out the Topher Tap Room. That, I think it used to be called the Thirsty Topher. When I was doing kind of my research, that's what I kept finding, but it turns out that it is actually called the Topher. It's called the Topher Tap Room now. And then there is also the Guest House, which is supposed to be like an upscale The Guest House is supposed to be an upscale cocktail bar. God, I don't know why I was struggling with that. And there's also Lamp and Shade Craft Kitchen and Cocktails. So that's an option if you're looking for like an upscale dining cocktail experience. But right next door to that is also Pig Floyd's. Pig Floyd's Urban Barbacoa. And we walked by there and it smelled so freaking good. And it wasn't quite lunchtime yet, but I personally love barbecue and anything smoked. So walking by there just had me drooling. So it's definitely a spot if we are back in this area again anytime soon. I think that will be someplace that we stop. And then there is also in this area, it's called Pour Choice. And if you enjoy going to someplace that is technically a tap wall, so you go in, you get a wristband most of the time. I think some places give you a card. Most of the ones that we've done quite a few, and they give you a wristband. So you go up to the tap, you scan your wristband or your card, and then you fill your beer to whatever amount that you want. But usually they have 50 plus taps in places like that.
Good selections.
Yeah, it's usually a very large selection of things. It's usually like very broad in terms of what the options are. But on top of that, a lot of them will have like wine options and craft soda options. So those spots are really cool. I have not looked into Pour Choice to give you a whole lot of information on that. I just know that it's in the area and a really ideal stop if you have somebody that's, you know, wanting something other than a brewery style place. So, all right, guys, we are going to finish up our beers and we're going to head to the next spot. So stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that way you can see the next spot. Cheers until next time.
Bye.
Bye.